The man had just planned his honeymoon with his fiancée the night before, and the next day, he had a car accident at the doorstep. His girlfriend stared wide-eyed at the white cloth in front of her. When the cloth was lifted, it was indeed her fiancé. She remained calm, without screaming, without tears, and with no emotional fluctuations. She quietly stared at him for an hour, before accepting the reality. Then, reluctantly, she covered him with the white cloth again, and left the hospital. In the hospital room, the cold body suddenly formed a human shape. The figure, covered in the white cloth, walked out of the room. The people around didn't seem to notice him. Actually, they couldn't see him. The figure hadn't walked far, when a bright white light appeared in front of him, slowly turning into a glowing portal. Perhaps this was his rebirth doorway, but he didn't go in. Instead, he walked out of the hospital, heading towards home. He crossed the grasslands, finally reaching home. The house, with no one there, was eerily quiet. He looked at the photo of the two of them on the wall, but at this moment, they were worlds apart. A moment later, the door opened, and his girlfriend had returned home. She remained calm, only gazing vacantly out the window as she washed the dishes. Even throwing away a piece of trash would make him distracted. She picked up the lunch she had prepared for the two of them earlier, sat on the floor, seemingly lost in thought, mechanically eating one bite after another, until she felt nauseous, realizing that she had eaten his portion as well. It turned out that quiet sorrow could be so painful. That night, the girlfriend sat silently in front of the bed. It was the first time in a long while she had slept alone. She wasn't used to it, but she had no choice but to lie down. Her fiancé reached out, wanting to comfort her not to be too sad, but he realized that doing so would only scare her, so he could only quietly watch her fall asleep. In the days that followed, the man stayed beside her, from sunny days to rainy days, from winter to spring, watching her go out to work day after day, seeing her live a simple, quiet life alone.